Good evening, I'm Rebecca Russell, and welcome to our post-Oscars ABC45 news special, From the Triad to Tinseltown, where tonight we take you behind the spotlight to explore the Triad's connection to Hollywood.
Covering the Triad and beyond, this is ABC45 News at 11.
Rebecca Clark is the Executive Director of the Piedmont Triad Film Commission, and she oversees attracting Hollywood productions to our area, from major motion pictures and independent films to TV commercials and reality shows. The Piedmont offers exquisite locations for film productions. ABC45's Lizbeth Ramirez has more.
The Piedmont Triad Film Commission markets and promotes the 12-county region here centrally located in North Carolina to recruit film, television, commercial, and new media content, and it provides job creation.
So how does the region support film production through the locations, through the studios, through the sites, through the incentives?
I've been working with legislators and our local city and county managers on ways that we can level the playing field to get more of those bigger budget productions back to the Piedmont Triad.
You've gone to the Oscars. So tell me a little bit about that experience.
The reason I got the opportunity to go to the Oscars in the first place is because I recruited a short film here, and it was called Two Soldiers, and they won an Academy Award for Best Live Action Short.
There's been quite a few, like you said, Dirty Dancing that have been shot here, The Hunger Games, The Fugitive, Mr. Destiny. Are there any others? And tell me a little bit about what that's like.
Here in the Piedmont Triad, we've had films like Mr. Destiny that everybody can remember with Jim Belushi, and it filmed all around downtown Winston-Salem. But we've had films like Leatherheads with George Clooney. It filmed in Greensboro and Winston-Salem. We've had movies like Are You Here? That didn't get a big theatrical release, but it had Owen Wilson, Zach Galifianakis, and Amy Poehler. The economic impact of that one film was $10.9 million. But we've also had Nicholas Sparks, The Longest Ride here, yep. And like I said, Cabin Fever, independent feature. We've had lots of great smaller budget feature films like 1 and 2, which is with Timothy Chalamet. They shot at Horn Creek Historical Farm. Another indie film that did really well was Junebug, which Amy Adams was in, and that kind of catapulted her career. She was nominated for an Academy Award for her portrayal of the character in Junebug, and it was just a great film, and again, just a wonderful impact, not only immediately in the local economy, but after the film has taken place here.
What are some of the famous places that people can go to where these amazing movies were filmed?
We have wonderful locations, all kinds of diverse types of like big cities, small towns, rolling farmland, and mansions, farmhouses. Millennium Center in downtown Winston-Salem, that's another location that was used in a lot of films. That is one of the locations I love marketing because it's a federal building. It can be used in so many different ways, and it was used in Leatherheads. War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro is another location that helped me get Leatherheads. And Carolina Theater is a place that's been used. Old Salem. There are a ton of different locations that people can visit around here. A lot of times you hear them shooting in Wilmington and Charlotte, which is great, but I'd love to see more shoot here. And I think there are efforts underway to level the playing field so that we can have an opportunity once again to get these bigger budget films here.
One of the top theatrical design and production schools in the world is here in our backyard at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts. The school offers creative, hands-on immersion programs to students in the behind the scenes of movie magic. From the School of Filmmaking to costume design, UNCSA is preparing students for careers in storytelling for both Hollywood and Broadway. There may have even been some grads nominated tonight. ABC45's Casey Zanowick has more.
More sewing machines, thread, and fabric than you can imagine. That's what makes up the costume shop here at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts, a room that many students in the Costume Design and Technology program say is memorable.
There's something so welcoming and warm about this place that made me know that this was the right place to go.
Yeah. It's nice to have facilities that reflect the industry, or even the higher end of the industry, because a lot of small theaters don't even have spaces and supplies like this.
The program is one of the best, even ranked in the top 10 costume design schools in the country by The Hollywood Reporter in 2023.
This program is world-renowned. It's a place that a lot of students want to come. How did you get to be at that spot?
Truly, it's our students that make the program as special as it is. Yes, it's our job to select those students. We go through that process with hundreds of students every year.
We teach foundations and basics, and then it's up to the students to sort of discover what they're truly passionate about and go down the road of what other opportunities are available.
Incoming students have the option to do costume design or costume technology, a difference many don't tend to think about, but that both play an important role in storytelling.
Visually, we as a species, as humans, rightfully or not, make decisions about who someone is by how they appear to us.
It's that passion that has led to their title as one of the best, with many alumni moving on to be a part of Oscar, Golden Globe, and Tony-nominated productions. This year's Oscars are no exception. Paul Tazewell, a graduate of the UNCSA School of Design and Production, was nominated for Best Costume Design for Wicked.
Seeing so many notable alumni from this school move on to theater and film and getting nominated for the Oscars on Sunday, how does that make you feel as a student?
He's definitely an inspiration for me, and thinking about doing theater and also film and being able to make that shift, and also just making this school known. It's nice to have a school that is recognized, and it makes you feel good.
Seeing that other people were successful here makes me more confident that I will be successful once I leave.
It's the same feeling for faculty members, and they're just grateful to continue to lead the way for students now.
Very honored to be paving the pathway for the future generation to do the art that they love and enjoy doing.
In Winston-Salem, I'm Casey Zanowick, ABC45 News, standing up for you.
The River Run Film Festival is no stranger to the Oscars. River Run is an Oscar qualifying festival, giving filmmakers a way to gain eligibility for an Academy Award. Having a film festival of this stature right here in the Triad provides a unique experience to celebrate our art scene and exhibits a broad cultural landscape for the area. ABC45's Bailey Stamos sits down with River Run Film Festival's co-director, Tiffany Jones.
So we've got something really exciting coming to the Triad. Tell me a little bit about the River Run Festival and what that is.
So River Run is a 9-day Academy Award qualifying film festival. We do screenings in Winston-Salem and Greensboro, and we present a wide array of films from narratives, documentaries, foreign language films, short films, animation, horror, sci-fi, foreign language. We have something for everyone.
Awesome, that sounds like a lot of fun. So what are this year's dates and venues?
The dates for this year are April 11th through the 19th. Our venues are Reynolds Place at the Milton Road Center for the Arts, Haynes-Brands Theater, Marketplace Theater, where we are right now, UNC School of the Arts, and then we do an outdoor screening at Kilpatrick. They're one of our major sponsors, and they allow us to use their parking lot for the outdoor screening, which is immensely popular with our audiences. And then we do a screenings in Greensboro at Red Sentiments.
And what exactly makes the Triad such a great backdrop for this festival?
Well, North Carolina as a whole has like a huge filmmaking industry, as we all know. And part of that is here in the Piedmont Triad. We have a Piedmont Triad Film Commission that's led by Rebecca Clark. And she works really hard to bring films and filmmakers to this area. And then River Run's role in that is we have 2 programs as part of our festival, which is our North Carolina Shorts and our Carolina Stories. And that's where we really highlight these films. They're made here in the Triad and in North Carolina. And we see that as, our role in the filmmaking industry to showcase those films.
And what can you tell us about this year's festival? Any special films or VIP guests?
We have a panel program on North Carolina filmmaking that's in partnership with the Film Partnership of North Carolina and the Piedmont Triad Film Commission. And we're really excited that we get to screen Angus McLaughlin's new film this year. It's called A Little Prayer. He's most well known for his film Junebug, which stars Amy Adams and Celia Weston. It will be the first time this film has been seen in the Piedmont Triad and in North Carolina. Angus is a local filmmaker. He's here in Winston-Salem, so we're just super excited to be able to present that to the community.
Are there any past success stories you feel to share?
Yeah, so as a Oscar qualifying film festival, River Run over the years has had many films go on to be nominated for an Oscar, and a matter of fact, we have 3 this year. There are 2 animated shorts, Wander to Wonder and The Shadow of the Cypress, and then our documentary short that's been nominated is The Only Girl in the Orchestra. So everyone at River Run's immensely proud of that, and we'll be cheering them on.
And I hear the River Run Film Festival is an Oscar qualifying film festival, so tell me what that means.
So there are 171 Oscar qualifying film festivals in the world. 59 of those are in the United States, and River Run is one of them. So we have 2 categories, documentary shorts and animated shorts, that are Oscar qualifying. So films that are screened at River Run, there's a best of for each of those categories that's selected for each festival. Those winners can go on and submit their film to the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences, and then they can be in consideration for a nomination for an Oscar. And then that just gets them one step closer to getting that coveted award.
Awesome, that sounds like so much fun. And where can people go if they want to attend this film festival? Any other information you want to mention that we didn't go over?
I would say just give us a shot. I think you'll walk away, enjoying a film that we're going to present. And you can see the full lineup at riverrunfilm.com, and that will be announced on March 18th.
Sounds like we'll have to check it out. Thank you so much, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Known as the City of the Arts, Winston-Salem offers movie magic that's hard to resist at downtown's Aperture Cinema. With more than 4 screens, 231 seats, local concessions, and a whole bunch of movies that maybe you've heard of, Aperture is a nonprofit art house cinema that entertains the community with thought-provoking films that engage our minds and promote diversity. Aperture Cinema is a unique spot to catch a movie and make a friend. ABC45's Jake Peterson reports.
Lights, camera, Carolina.
Let's eat some popcorn.
There seems to be no cozier place to catch a flick in the Triad than Aperture in downtown Winston-Salem.
I moved back to Winston-Salem because Aperture was here. Seriously, it was one of my major decisions when I moved back.
And the nonprofit has been entertaining crowds for more than a decade.
All ages, families, older, younger, we really cater to everyone. And we're not owned by a big multiplex chain, and that's why we can show you a real variety.
Executive Director Lee Dyer says this building, once a department store, now houses 4 unique theaters. Sure, it's about the films.
We're a really vital part of downtown Winston-Salem. We give people a reason to come and really make an evening or a day of it and patronize the restaurants, patronize the downtown businesses, and then relax and unwind in a movie theater with some popcorn at the end of the day.
But it's also about so much more. Aperture is the only nonprofit art house in the area.
Basically, we promote the art of film from yesterday to today, and we have educational programming with expert speakers.
They even have a mobile screen that does free community movies throughout the year. But like most cinemas, it's been a rough few years.
I think we've all seen since the pandemic, people's movie-going habits have changed.
It's the real world. What's going on? Why are these men looking at me?
But the summer of 2023 helped theaters with the releases of Barbie and Oppenheimer. But then budgets got tight again. But last year the theater ran into some financial troubles. The fear that these doors could close. but the community helped in a big way.
I like the intimacy of the size.
Regulars like Helene Elbine donated to this downtown theater to make sure the doors would stay open. She says she can't imagine Winston-Salem without Aperture.
I like the fact that you actually will see people over and over again, not just staff, but people that come into the theater. They've got film clubs here, so you can actually chat about stuff. It's kind of like an extended family.
Aperture even has an area next to the lobby where film buffs can hang out and talk movies.
If you're really going to understand filmmaking, you have to start from the beginning and appreciate the old movies to appreciate where the new movies have come.
And the future looks bright for this theater in downtown Winston-Salem. Reporting in the Triad, Jake Peterson, ABC45 News.
When it comes to local news, you can rely on ABC45 News. There to cover your story, there to get you answers, and there with your no-wait weather. ABC45 News at 6 and 11, standing up for you.
Next time you head out to take in the next big Oscar blockbuster or a small release independent film, make it a full night of fun with dinner and a movie. On tonight's Triad Trending segment, Jessica Ford takes us to the perfect date night restaurant.
Hey Winston-Salem, if you're looking for an upscale romantic date night in downtown Winston, a quiet place with friendly staff that serves delicious mouth-watering food made with local ingredients, juicy buttery steak with the most perfect grill marks, cheesy seafood risotto filled with scallops, lobster, and shrimp, this place is truly a Winston-Salem classic that's been serving our city some of the best food for years. Tonight we're on a date at Jeffrey Adams on 4th. Jeffrey Adams is conveniently located right in downtown Winston-Salem. This beautiful restaurant has 2 stories, and the top floor has the best views of downtown Winston-Salem. They have a swanky bar that always offers drink specials and a menu full of items that are sure to satisfy almost any taste buds. Every time we come here, we always get the bacon crab dip. It's our go-to appetizer because it always comes out hot and fresh. And it always sets the tone just right for a delicious meal. Our server suggested that we try their famous J.A. butter over the ribeye, and it definitely didn't disappoint. It added a ton of flavor. The ribeye steak paired perfectly with their seasoned vegetables and rice. My go-to dinner entree is the seafood risotto. It is so cheesy and creamy and absolutely packed with high-quality, delicious seafood, like lobster claws, shrimp, and scallops. This dish never disappoints, and I highly recommend if you love seafood. Jeffrey Adams is our go-to restaurant if you're looking for a quiet, quaint, and cozy date night. The staff is always so friendly and accommodating, and the food, drinks, and atmosphere just take it over the edge. So whether you're looking for a new date night spot or somewhere to celebrate any special occasion, come check out Jeffrey Adams on 4th at 321 4th Street Northwest, Winston-Salem.
Thank you for staying up late with us this evening for our special ABC45 news report. From the Triad to Tinseltown, filmmaking and movie-going has continued to trend in the Triad over the years. With the continued growth of the area, we can only hope to witness more. As the industry grows, ABC45 News will take you there. I'm Rebecca Russell, ABC45 News, standing up for you. Now, here is Chief Meteorologist Jonathan Wint with your look ahead at weather.
Well, it was a much colder day compared to the past couple of days thanks to cold high pressure building in, and it's going to be a pretty cold night. We're going to be back into the 20s heading into our Monday morning, though plenty of sunshine for Monday, and then eventually by Tuesday and Wednesday we're going to be warming back into the 60s. But come Wednesday, a strong cold front, that's going to bring a chance for some strong to severe storms, so we're going to have to watch out for that closely, and then some cooler air comes in on the back side of that towards the end of the week. Now, speaking of severe weather, this is Severe Weather Preparedness Week, and some of the topics. Monday, we've got the severe storms and tornadoes, which is a good one to start off the week. Tuesday, the topic is ways to receive storm alerts. And then Wednesday, make sure that you know about the statewide tornado drill, which starts around 9:30 in the morning. Thursday's topic, lightning safety, and Friday, flash flooding safety, which is also very important. And speaking of flooding conditions, our drought monitor came out and we saw that we are still seeing abnormally dry conditions into the Triad, and even moderate to severe drought into the eastern part of the state. So we really could use some beneficial rain. Don't need the severe weather with this, but a good dosing of rain is much needed, especially into the eastern part of the state. The good news is that the Storm Prediction Center shows that we could have the chance for some showers and storms by Wednesday, and then the Climate Prediction Center shows that we've got about a 50% chance of above normal precipitation over the next 3 to 4 weeks. So that is something to look forward to as we go into the coming weeks. Now, one of the other things that we have been dealing with over the past several days and past week has actually been a very high pollen count. Typically in February, we see very low pollen count, but with the increase of warm weather earlier than expected, we've been seeing the pollen increasing, blooming trees earlier than expected. Generally, we start to see our pollen counts going up into March and April. So just be on the alert that we are going to be seeing some high pollen counts over the next several days. And speaking of temperatures, it looks like we're going to be near to just slightly above normal as we head into the 3 to 4 week period. I can't completely rule out some cold snaps, but nonetheless, a pretty good chance that we're going to be right around average for this time of the year. Another thing that we're talking about, don't forget about daylight saving time beginning. It begins 1 week from tonight. March the 9th at 2 a.m. We spring forward 1 hour. So Saturday of this week, our sunset is at 6:21, but 1 week from tonight, our sunset is 7:22, and then 8 o'clock, we start to see the 8 o'clock sunsets there by the end of April.